To do that, we need to use a filter. So if you actually right click where it says video capture device, choose filters, and then under the effect filters, hit the plus sign, choose chroma key. By default, this will actually have green selected, so we'll see this disappear instantly. And then you can see it's removed the background from the character already, and then we can actually move him.
Hello everyone, this is Food Poison from MGS and welcome back to another episode of Sunday with Food Poison. And yeah, let me explain why this looks a little weird right now. And I've gotten a couple of questions about how I use FaceRig and how I use this software and implement it into my recordings. How do I have it into my corner with just the face and stuff like that? And yeah, today I thought maybe I'll try to kind of unravel those mysteries and not exactly too technical, but it does get kind of confusing if you're not too familiar with the software, and that's understandable. So today I'll teach you guys how to do it. It might be very useful to you guys if you guys are willing to use webcams later in the future and willing to use OBS also. Now let me tell you which ones what those are. First, you'll need two things. Obviously FaceRig, the software itself. If you have Steam, you guys can search it up. I think it's around $15. It's a very nice software, very CPU consuming if you guys are willing to do a gameplay or stream along with it. So keep in mind that it does take a lot of your CPU. And let's see, and another thing that you need is OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, and this is completely free, by the way. I believe also maybe open source. So if you guys are like programmers out there and kind of want to mess with it, maybe you guys can. And yeah, the program has been very nice to me, and I honestly haven't tried too many other softwares before, but this is completely free and I think it does the job pretty well. So I've been using it like for the longest time, ever since I started. And yeah, let's kind of get in. If you guys are not too familiar with the whole interface of FaceRig, this is how you might have started. And what you have to do is, well, I have the lip sync on just because I don't really move my mouth too much when I speak, and the lip sync does a pretty good job on kind of showing how my mouth moves. It's not perfect, but it makes it more realistic. But anyways, let's keep going. And what you will need to do for sure is toggle broadcast. Now, what toggle broadcast does is it actually makes the whole program go out as an output. And for you to also do that is you'll also need a driver, a FaceRig cam driver. And if you don't have a FaceRig cam driver, you might either have to update your FaceRig, or you might have to go to the Steam folder in your FaceRig and install the driver according to your operating system bits. It could be like 32 or 64. But anyways, those must be set so that you can use it with the broadcasting feature. And obviously the toggle tracking is there. And another thing is that if you go to the environments, now how to get here, you have to switch from the UI plus, which is the advanced UI, and you will have to go to environments. Now in the environments, you will see there are a lot of things. You probably started out with the forest, and now what I'm using at the moment is this screen. Now why this screen while I have a green screen? I'll have to explain that a little later. But if you go to this screen, then you'll see that I'm just gonna speak like this, cause like then you'll see that there is where was it? Not post processing. If you go to customization and if you go to backdrop, you'll see that there is some colors that you can add. Now this is just for background tinting, and because the screen is supposed to be completely white in the back and I use a tint, it simply becomes that color. And I use blue. Now I know that if you guys are kind of familiar with a concept of green screening, you guys might wonder, why do you use blue instead of green? And the reason for that is the exact reason why I don't use the green screen. Yeah, and if you guys, I mean, I know that the name is green screen. If you guys know what the effect does, is that if you'll go to like a movie set or something like that, you'll see green screens everywhere. A lot of people use green screens also to do their streaming and everything, but green screens allow you to kind of do whatever in the front, and everything that is green will kind of get taken out. And obviously in my case, I can't use green screen because my eyes right here and my scarf over here, those are green, and I will look like a beheaded animal if I use a green screen. So I cannot use a green screen. But OBS does this really nice thing that allows me to use any other color. So in my case, I will be using a blue screen. I know that, I mean, this can be anything that you use. So yeah. And this makes it actually pretty simple for me to do it here instead of real life, because if I'm doing it in the real life, I would actually need a physical green screen or physical something screen that is of a solid rare color that can just get filtered out of the whole input. But anyways, let's get to the OBS. That is pretty much the setting I have for the FaceRig. And I'm just gonna drag OBS right here. This is gonna get a little trippy, as you can see. Woo! Alright, and what I'm going to do at this moment is I'm just going to minimize this right there. Boop. Okay. And let's see. You'll see that there's a bunch of sources down here. I obviously use a lot of them. Some of them I've been using for my streaming purposes, but I don't do those at the moment. So you guys will see like break. Hey, I'm taking a break. Or like, hey, I'm taking a bathroom break. Or I'm waiting for a friend. I mean, it's stuff like that. But anyways, what I'm doing right now is a monitor capture. It captures this whole monitor. The monitor that I'm using right now. It captures the whole monitor. And what I'm gonna do extra is that I am going to do something called face rig cam. And now what this is really is, yeah, you would have to add, and this is just a video capture device. And a video capture device is just input of any kind of video capture. May it be from a capture card or a webcam. And from this, I just named it face rig cam, and we'll just go into the properties here. And in the properties, you'll see that it is using the face rig virtual camera. Now, I have to remind you that you have to get the virtual camera driver in order to get this to show here, or else it's just gonna show your webcam, which is my Logitech webcam at the moment. And let's see here, if I just activate the face cam right, oh no, never mind, not yet. If I activate the face cam rig right here, oop, it shows me. But what you will see before this is probably it will be centered, and it will probably be not using a chroma key. Now, what is a chroma key? You'll see that I am like this now. What is a chroma key? Well, chroma key is what makes the green screen really effective. It complements the green screen in order to make the transparency happen, and I'll show you guys how to use it. Let's see. If what you have to do is you have to go to the property and just click on chroma key, and at first it will probably not do that.